bit of an old adversary of ours, Driveline Sports and Performance. We've been a couple of times and the place always locked up when we go. But other guys have been before and they were met with loads of grief really, and a couple of baseball bats involved at one point.
Now Matt and Gary need to get this case resolved once and for all, in either cash or goods.
He's got Lamborghinis, Bentleys and all sorts on his website. We're going to meet up with the locksmith this morning and force entry. It's a bit like Christmas. We're going to open the box and see what's inside.
This one here?
Yeah.
Because of the previous threats of violence against the agents, the police are present.
I'll try and make contact first, Gaz.
Now Matt and Gary need to find company owner, Mr. Adil Farouk.
This will be a good one, like. They're already on the phones. Anyone in? Yeah, Paul.
Once again, the premises are all locked up.
Just have a look at the doors, mate. The one dead ahead is to get into theirs.
So Matt asks the locksmith to force entry, something the writ allows them to do.
There you go.
I think we're there, aren't we?
Cheers, Paul.
Ah, it's Christmas.
Cheers, isn't it?
There are a dozen expensive, high-performance cars in the lockup.
Well, I think it's fair to say we're going to be able to reclaim the money.
Seizing just one of them would more than cover the £13,000 debt.
Did you change that alarm?
But the break-in has triggered the alarm.
Hello, mate.
And just minutes later, the owner of the debtor company, Mr. Farouk, and his brother arrive.
Mr. Farouk, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Come over here.
No, I'm fine where I'm thinking. My name's Mr. Highway, sir. I'm here with the High Court writ today.
Okay.
All right.
You haven't served us any notice, so what you doing here?
There has been, sir.
£13,628 today, sir.
What's it for? It doesn't say what it's for, nothing at all.
Got all the paperwork
Mr.
for
Farouk, I don't need to know what it's for.
This is
It's not relevant to me. But if it helps you, then I will find out what it's for. No problem.
Because I've got every paperwork in the office.
Can you give him a call,
so I
please,
need
Gav?
to
Just
go
on
and
it.
do you want to go out to the office and show him and do it? Yeah, have a job for us, can you? And it's the drive-by job.
With Mr. Farouk denying responsibility for the debt, Gary calls the office to find out more about the case.
Just bear with me, I'll go and give him a ring and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, call me or Matt, alright?
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers, buddy.
Nice big office.
While they wait to hear back, Mr. Farouk shows the agents upstairs.
So we're here for a sum of money, sir.
You've told us that. So let's just get to the bottom line.
Okay.
Because we know how it works and so do you guys.
So the bottom line is you're £13,628.
You're saying you're £13,628.
Yep.
No way in the world do I owe that.
Right.
No way in the world I'm going to pay that.
Right, okay.
I don't know who I'm paying, what I'm paying for. How can someone just walk in there and say, oh, you owe someone 13 grand?
Just then, the office called back.
It's in relation to a vehicle, a Nissan GTR, and it was all down relating to the spec of the vehicle, not the vehicle it was advertised as.
And it was a Nissan.
Yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Cheers.
To be honest with you, I know exactly which car it is and which customer it is.
Okay.
It's now clear that Mr. Farouk knows all about the £13,000 debt after all.
You know what, I've got proof that this matter has been dealt with, but I don't know what.
But he's still not backing down.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Farouk, but the judge has already decided on that. All right, so we're here to execute the writ. That's what we'll be doing.
It's clear Mr. Farouk has no intention of paying, so the agent's only option is to remove assets. Gary searches for vehicle registration documents.
What do you think you're doing?
But Mr. Farouk's brother has other ideas.
It's an offence to obstruct the officer doing his job.
Don't touch, that's all mine. That's nothing to do with driving, that's all
Sir,
mine.
excuse me, sir.
That's all mine.
Excuse me, sir.
Nah, don't.
I'll call 150 people out there, Jim. We're going to have a big
You call as many as you like.
Despite the serious threats being made against them, the agents are duty-bound to continue enforcing the writ.
Hiya, mate, you alright? I just need a couple of vehicles, HPI, please, if you can.
Matt heads downstairs to select a car to seize. He calls the office for a finance check on a silver Audi.
Sierra Mike 1-2.
Sierra Mike 1-2.
The Audi alone should more than cover the £13,000 debt.
There's no finance is clear and it's worth, nice, about 24 grand.
That'd cover it, wouldn't it, yeah?
But then, some of Mr. Farouk's associates begin arriving at the garage.
Cavalry's turning up on it.
And one of them immediately tries to intimidate Gary.
What's your missus' name?
You don't need to know that, do you? You don't need to know that.
You got kids?
I've got kids, yeah?
Yeah. How old are they?
You don't need to know that either, do you? No. The less I tell you about myself,
How would you
I think
feel
the
if I
better.
walked into your house and then a warrant? If you never had a uniform, you would not come up to my face and talk like this.
Yeah.
Because you're a nerd, you got glasses and you got a uniform.
Well, because I wear glasses, I'm a
Yeah,
nerd.
you're a nerd. You're a full-on nerd. You're a maggot.
In fact, that is original. I've not been called a maggot before.
You're a maggot.
Well done. These guys, they couldn't give a damn about the police. They couldn't give a damn about why we were there. They couldn't give a damn about anything, really. It really is quite hard, you know, to continue doing a job when you've got people like that. But, you know, it's not going to stop us from enforcing the writ. It's just going to make us more and more keen to enforce it.
Outside, some of Mr. Farouk's friends have parked their cars at the entrance to the garage, blocking in the police and the assets. Matt heads upstairs to get them moved.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you.
You've got the keys for the car at the back. Are you going to get that moved?
If not, officer, when our recovery arrives, I'll get them dragged out of the way. When you're going to get arrested then, Mr. Farouk, aren't you? Oh, or whoever it is that's speaking. You don't need to be these gentlemen, the police officers. Anything I want, I can tell you. Whether you choose to believe it or not is up to you, isn't it?
Hey, no, but he can say whatever he wants talking about it, you know what I mean?
But while the police try to calm the men down,
No, we're busy, mate, in here at the moment.
another man suddenly becomes physically aggressive.
We're busy at the moment. Don't push against me. Don't push against me. I'm telling you now.
Hey,
do not push me.
fella! Whoa!
The situation is spiralling out of control.
It's my office.
We're busy in here at the
It's my
moment.
office.
Matt and Gary will need to use all their skill and experience to get this case resolved unharmed. Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in Birmingham, chasing £13,000 owed by a car dealership.
Anyone in?
The garage was locked up, so the agents forced entry.
Ah, it's Christmas.
But when the owner, Mr. Farouk, arrived, they were threatened by him and his associates.
Nah, don't.
I'll call 150 people out there, Jim. We're going to have a big problem.
More and more men arrived, and the situation became aggressive.
No, we're busy, mate, in here at the moment. We're busy at the moment. Don't push against me. Don't push against me. I'm telling you now. Do not push me.
Fella!
Now the police make it clear to the men that any further aggression will end in arrests.
That's your warning. One more, you're gone.
Start locking people up.
Okay? One more, you're gone, son. You don't need 5 people in here, mate, to try and sort it out. You're trying to intimidate.
You've got
These
1,
are going to
2,
work.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6,
because
6, and a locksmith 7.
Sometimes, you know, people will believe that surrounding us with numbers will stop us from doing our job. But you're just watching out for yourself, watching out for your colleague. It heightens the situation, but it doesn't deter us.
With the case on a knife edge, the police call for backup.
If you can get everybody here as quick as possible, because it's more of them turning up than there is us. Bring absolutely everyone. I don't want to take chances.
But then, the men from the office come down to the street and head for the police cars.
Have you got somebody up the top end of the street? Because they're all hanging around your car at the top.
The police form a roadblock to stop any more vehicles getting through. But then, Mr. Farouk's brother drives his car up onto the pavement and gets around the police line, narrowly missing people on the road.
What are you trying to run people over for, mate?
Hey, run nobody over. Did run nobody over. Did you see anybody get run over? Did you see my way? It's a road. Is that a road? Is it me? Is that a road? Yeah, there you go. 100 people to get the way. Do you want me to hit him? He moved out the way. I didn't hit him, innit?
Wait, sir, excuse me.
You do your job, innit? Mate.
Whilst Matt and the police attempt to control the situation, another car tries to break through.
You stop there.
Reverse your car back. 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 Yo, switch it up and fucking leave it there. Leave it there, away. Get up.
And the men start to attack both the police and the agents.
You got nothing to do with this. Back off.
No.
Now.
No.
You know you're paid for
I've tried to give you the easy way. You're not having it. Move away. Move away.
Slap you in the face, you know.
Mate, you've not got what it takes.
What?
Move away.
What?
Move away.
What?
Move away. Get some bodies up here, please.
More officers arrive to stop what is now a full-scale street brawl. The debtor and his brother are arrested for breach of the peace.
Please move back. I won't ask again. Please move back. Thank you. Can you please move back, sir?
And the crowd back down.
You know, there's sometimes when you go home and you think, God, that was a bit scary today. It could have gone so wrong. But you know, we are there to collect money that's owed to this person, and we're going to do our very best to get the money for him.
So I've got the keys to that one.
3 hours after the agents arrived on site, recovery arrives.
We've got three, possibly 4 cars to move out of the way first.
But then the police give Matt some surprising news.
He's willing to pay. I don't even know how to quick chat to him.
Mr. Fruit. Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I've got about 7 grand.
Okay.
Can I give you that 7 grand now?
Can't leave without full payment.
Take 7 grand.
I can't.
Now.
There's no. Let me just tell you something, right? Okay. There's no way I'd want anybody else to come back and face what we've had to face today. I mean, you've got half a West Midlands police force here. You know, it's ridiculous. You're gonna have to do something, mate. If you need to make a phone call, then make it. If the officer happy.
Tell him to get me out of these cuffs so I can try and sort something out.
The police uncuff Mr. Farouk to allow him to make some calls to raise the extra £6,000 he needs to pay off the £13,000 debt.
Everybody has a breaking point. For some people, it's a letter being posted through the door. For other people, they need to be sat in the back of a police car in handcuffs, getting ready to be took away.
10 minutes later, Mr. Farouk has managed to raise enough cash to pay the £13,000 he owes in full.
628.84. Yeah, you keep that one. That's for you. No hard feelings, buddy. I'm sorry it's come to this. I just wanted to get it sorted. That's all, and it's sorted now.
The agents leave the police to decide whether to charge Mr. Farouk and his brother.
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good to go.
It's taken 3 hours, 15 police officers and 2 arrests. But Matt and Gary have finally got full payment for the claimant.
Thank you. Right, we're done. We are done.
A survey from a leading debt management company has revealed that the number of people falling into debt more than once has tripled in the last year. 1 in 10 people seeking help have been on a debt plan of some kind before. High Court Enforcement Agent Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in Bexley, Kent, to recover a debt of just over £5,000.
A nice little area around here.
It is, yeah. We're looking to collect £5,306 and 1 pence.
Ah, it's all about the pennies. Gotta get the pennies.
They all add up, mate. They all add up.
As they approach the property, the agents spot 2 vehicles parked outside.
White van.
Aha.
And I would imagine
The Audi.
blocking the driveway.
Yeah.
If the defendant, James, can't or won't pay today, the vehicles could be seized to recover the debt.
Hello there. Can I speak to James, please? We're High Court Enforcement Agents.
Sorry?
We're High Court Enforcement Agents. He's not here?
No.
Okay.
Fed up with you lot.
So we're not the first people to come in? Okay, what's your name, sir?
My name's David, I'm his father.
Right, okay. Have you got a contact number for him so we can ring him?
Yeah, you can ring that for
All right, thank you.
He's giving me a call. I can't find a number for him at the moment.
Oh, so this is your number.
That's my number.
Okay. Basically, we're here to collect a debt that's owed.
Yeah, I understand that. I've had Adam before. He doesn't live here.
With the debtor's father seemingly unable to get hold of his son, the agents are suspicious that James does still live at the house after all.
Okay, we need to see proof that he doesn't live here, sir. Otherwise, we can't remove this address from our inquiries.
Okay, we don't remove from the inquiries because I'm getting letters all the time.
Okay, so if I believe that he lives here, I believe these vehicles belong to him, unless proven otherwise. If he doesn't live here, it's in your interest.
They're not his vehicles, they're my vehicles.
So if he doesn't live here, it's in your interest to prove that he doesn't live here, and then we can stop.
I can't prove that.
We need to come in, just have a look around and confirm he doesn't live here. Sorry?
My house, I'm registered as living.
Well, this isn't going to go away, sir. This isn't going to leave this address. When somebody is telling me that a defendant doesn't live there, it's imperative that we get in and we see this for ourselves. Sometimes they're lying, sometimes they're telling the truth. But experience has taught me not to take everything at face value. Let me speak to this neighbour.
With the debtor's father not cooperating, the agents turn detective.
Hi there. Do you know the people that live next door by any chance?
Yes.
We're looking for someone called James.
He was living there unless he's moved out again, but I haven't seen him for a couple of days, so maybe he's gone again. But...
Okay. Neighbour says he does live here.
Okay.
Unless he's moved out a few days ago, he lives here. So. Your neighbour I've just spoken to has told me that he does live here.
He comes and goes.
That's not what your neighbour said.
All right.
So.
Do you want me to prove that vehicle's not his?
Okay.
James's father, David, fetches some documentation for the vehicles.
Right, that's the registration number. That's the vehicle. Okay. There you go. There's the insurance for the Audi.
The documents prove the vehicles don't belong to the debtor. With the cars out of bounds, the agents need to see what other items of value he may have inside the property.
What do you think we're going to do if we were to come in the house?
I don't want you in the house to turn up.
If you want this away from your property and so you don't have to deal with this and keep answering the door to us,
yeah.
then
well,
we need to...
You can come around here as many times as you like, I don't care.
Well,
right?
that may happen.
I don't know what I can do. I can't pay you. He's not here.
I'm not asking you to pay me. I'm asking to speak to him, and if he hasn't got anything, we need to report that to the client.
David is determined not to let the agents inside. But then he drops a bombshell.
Look, let me explain something. My son has got ADHD. He's very seriously ill, okay? He does the wildest things in the world. I can't deal with him, all right? He comes and goes. He doesn't work. He hasn't got a scrap. He's in a desperate state, all right? I'm just about to drop dead because my heart is pounding through the thing, all right? He doesn't have a penny, doesn't own a thing.
This straightforward case has turned into a sensitive situation. Duty-bound to continue their investigations, Gary now needs to handle the case carefully.
People see us and they see the size of us sometimes and they assume that we're there to bully people and be aggressive. That's not how this works.
I've had this for the last 15 years.
All we're looking to do at the moment is make contact with him and speak to him to see if he knows about what this is all about. Vulnerability is a very tricky spanner to be thrown in the works sometimes. If it becomes apparent that somebody has some kind of vulnerability issue, that has to take a priority, and we have to be aware of their welfare and be aware of the circumstances that they're in.
Let me understand something. You do not know his mental state, okay? This will probably push him over the edge, all right, when he finds out. I can't live with that. I am struggling with this.
I understand that. I understand.
Right? I can't tell you the pressure I've been through over the years with this. He's got mental problems. He's wired differently.
Is he on medication?
Yes.
What medication is he on?
I can't remember. The wife knows. I've got one in the car.
The reason I asked that, David, is because there's a vulnerability issue. If somebody's on medication for mental health,
yes, he is.
Then he would be classed as a vulnerable person.
David's revelations about his son have a direct impact on the case. If the agents see medical evidence that the defendant is vulnerable, the case could be considered for dismissal.
That's one of the letters from ADHD, all right, where they've been dealing with it.
The document indicates that David's son is vulnerable and is enough for Gary to stop enforcement action here today.
I'll put what you've said in a report back to the office. I was hoping we could get it resolved today and I could return it to the...
Yes, trust me.
Send the case back to the client. Yeah. We're not enforcing at this address.
I understand what you do. When I find him, I'll talk to him, see what we can do, see if I can get him to...
Shall I give you my number?
Yeah.
My name's Gary.
Faced with these extraordinary circumstances, the agents have no choice but to walk away empty-handed.
David, thanks for your time.
No, thank
I
you.
know it's a bit stressful and it's not a nice thing to deal with.
He had some very good jobs in the city where he was earning very good money. He's done a lot of good things, but his mind is just 90 miles an hour, and he doesn't think beyond today or what he's doing. He's tearing the family apart. Him and his brother don't speak. You know, he hasn't got any of his school friends left. No one talks to him anymore because he's wild and does stupid things. And sometimes I get angry with him, I swear at him and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, you know, he's my son.
You can't help but respect a dad like that wants to stand by his son no matter what. You can only take your hat off to somebody like that. You can't judge him. You know, he's looking after his boy.
Gary and Connor have had to deal with a sensitive situation. But in Matt and Gary's next case,
Morning, sir.
the tables are turned.
Sir, can you leave it here, please?
No.
You need to leave it, sir.
And it's a father's debt that plunges his sons into crisis.
Don't grab things from me. Do not grab things from me. Calm yourselves down.
A recent survey reveals that nearly a fifth of UK adults are experiencing serious financial hardships. Over 20% reported that they would fall behind on key bills within 1 month if they lost their main source of income. It's 6 a.m. and High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Wolverhampton.
So, mate, last day before your holidays?
Yep, flying out tomorrow. Can't wait.
They have a High Court writ for Mr. Abdullah Ahmed, who owes almost £2,000 to a car hire company.
The Audi.
If Mr. Ahmed can't or won't pay, the agents can seize assets belonging to the debtor, including the expensive cars on the driveway.
That's just gone on.
Morning,
sir. I was after Mr. Abdullah Ahmed. Is that yourself, sir, is it?
Yeah.
Sir, you've got an outstanding High Court writ.
I have to pay this amount.
Yeah, you need to pay £1,756.29, sir. Thanks very much.
Mr. Ahmed seems willing to cooperate.
It was a car hire.
Yeah.
And I think I paid part of it.
Right.
Now, there's interest of 1,000. I was not even aware of this.
It's no, because it was a CCJ, it's now a High Court writ.
Yeah.
So it's been escalated to the High Court for enforcement purposes.
I should have been given opportunity to pay.
Despite Mr. Ahmed's claims that he wasn't aware the case had been escalated, the agents must enforce the writ today.
We're here with a live High Court writ. That commands myself and my colleague to either collect payments or to seize goods to the value of.
The 2 vehicles on the front, sir, who owns those?
It's my partner.
You got the receipts as well for those?
Everything.
Invoices? Yeah, logbooks, invoices.
She's good.
Yeah, do you want to grab those out?
While Mr. Ahmed looks for proof that the cars belong to his wife, Matt calls for a vehicle check.
Yeah, 2 HPIs, mate. First one's Foxtrot Echo 15.
14
unfortunately, it's on finance.
The other one is November Victor Delta. That's an Audi, should be.
Again, unfortunately, on finance, mate.
All right, thank you.
It turns out that neither of the cars can be seized. The agents must look for other assets they could remove.
The problem is, none of this property around here is mine.
Okay, who does it belong to?
It's my partner.
She'd need to prove that every item belongs to you.
She will prove. She'll prove.
With the man now claiming that his wife owns everything inside the house, the agents need proof.
Hello, madam. Yeah, the gentleman just said all this property belongs to you. So can you just start getting your invoices for the property?
What?
Invoices, receipts.
No.
He wants papers to know who owns what.
But then Mr. Ahmed's sons, who've been upstairs the whole time, decide to get involved.
Why don't you talk to people?
Excuse me, just come this way.
What they fucking into your house, you stupid mongrel?
I'm not being called a mongrel, sir.
No, leave them.
I'm not being called a mongrel.
No, those are my sons. Just leave
How
them.
can you walk anyone else? That's sick. Are you stupid?
Hey, shut up!
Yeah, I mean, doing this job, you get called, lots of things. Ugly, fat, whatever, bald. I think it's just their way of reacting to what's happening. Thank you.
So far, the agents haven't seen any proof that the goods in the house belong to Mr. Ahmed's wife. As they start an inventory of assets, Matt spots a laptop.
No, this is this. This is for the university living.
Yeah, that's all right. As soon as you saw me receipt.
Get the receipt, yeah, laptop. Yeah, bring the receipt for the laptop. That's for the University of Coventry.
Mr. Ahmed claims the laptop belongs to his son's university.
What?
Sir, can you leave it here, please?
No.
No.
You need to leave it,
What's
sir.
the money?
It's been seized, sir.
That's from the university.
Yeah, bring the paper.
I did no paper.
But then, suddenly, Mr. Ahmed's sons decide to confront the agents.
Man, let me show you.
Don't grab things from me.
Let me show you.
Do not grab things from me.
Let me show you. Look.
Calm yourselves down.
Easy.
That's my brother's university laptop.
Okay,
That's
so
my university
Coventry
laptop. 100%.
You got a receipt for it.
You don't get the receipt.
Well, then
you
it's
scan
seized.
the card.
Well, then it's
and you
seized,
scan the
okay.
card, and then they give it to you. I didn't pay for it.
Right.
They paid for me.
Calm yourself down and show it. And show. Okay.
So if it was from university, it would have a sticker on at least, wouldn't it?
No,
with an account number.
Can you call the university now?
I can't now. You can call the university and get an email sent to you. Say it's theirs. We don't.
When you've got family members being aggressive around you, they can sometimes be a hindrance. So it may be that you have to deal with them first and then get on with the job in hand.
The debtor's sons are unable to prove the laptop belongs to the university, and so it could be seized. But then Mr. Ahmed wants to talk to Matt outside.
I have a car.
Yeah.
I have a car, which is mine.
Right.
I'll take you there where it is. Yeah, because these guys, I put them in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Even right now.
What car is it, sir?
It's a Honda Accord. It's an auction car. It's worth 4,300.
If Mr. Ahmed's estimation is correct, the value of the vehicle will more than cover the £2,000 debt. Matt leaves to check it out, and Mr. Ahmed reveals more about how he's got into this situation.
I had a business.
What did you do?
I did shipping. Thousands and thousands of pounds of business. I lost everything. I've lost respect from my children. I've lost respect from my wife. It's really hard. That's why the kids become mouthy. Everything belongs to their mother. She told me, get lost. You're bringing me too many problems in my house.
The car should be the answer to Mr. Ahmed's debt problem for now, but Matt is in for a surprise.
That's my car, the silver one. It's in good condition.
Okay.
The car is worth less than half of Mr. Ahmed's estimation, and after the costs of removal and storage, there would be little left for the claimant.
Morning, it's Matt Highway. Can I speak to Helen, please?
Matt calls the office to see what the claimant wants him to do.
He hasn't got a beam, mate, to be honest with you. This car is literally the only asset he's got. It's borderline, it's 2006, so it's not, it's reasonable.
Okay, I don't think personally lifting it's going to be of any use to you. Because then you've got to take into account lifting it, removing it, storage fees.
Yeah.
No.
Right, I'll get the CJ done now.
Right, well, you speak to the next round.
Thanks, man.
The claimant has offered Mr. Ahmed a lifeline and given him 3 more weeks to find the £2,000 he owes.
Let's get back then. We'll leave it where it is.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll give you the time to pay.
Okay, thank you.
Grab all that.
Debt has the ability to crop up for anybody. And if you were riding high previous to the debt arriving, then it brings you back down to earth with a bump. I do feel sorry for some people. Unfortunately, we've still got to carry on and do what the writ tells us to do.
Back at the house, Mr. Ahmed signs a controlled goods agreement, which means that if he fails to pay in 3 weeks, the car will be seized.
Just need this, yeah, it's no signature from you. So if you just sign and print. We're done. Mr. Ahmed, thank you. Appreciate it.
The case is resolved for now, but if he breaks his promise, there may be more trouble ahead for Mr. Ahmed.
The little I have is my brain, my heart. I can breathe. There's some who cannot breathe. I don't have money, but I think I'm healthy. That's the key point. And I can have hope. But you cannot have hope unless you put the hope in you yourself. Yeah.
There are more than 5.5 million small and medium-sized businesses in the UK, and late payments are one of the biggest problems they're facing. Nearly half of the UK's small to medium-sized businesses experience late payment, with small businesses owed on average over £6,000 in outstanding invoices. (7:30 a.m). High Court enforcement agents Gary Brown and Connor Jackson are in Hayes, Middlesex, to recover £1,600 owed by a grocery shop to a wholesaler.
What's up next, mate? What we got?
Next case is Royal Food and Wine. Now, I've been here before, and I was convinced somebody was in, but refusing to open the door.
With an early morning visit, the agents hope they'll catch the owner of the shop, Thiru Kumar, at home.
There it is.
Nice result.
And as they approach the property, they see a car parked outside.
52 plate.
There's a light on as well. Just turn the light off.
The car isn't worth much, but it might be vital leverage for the agents if Mr. Kumar can't or won't pay today.
Hello?
Do they come to the window?
We know you're in. I saw the light go off. Come down and talk to us.
Hello, Mr. Kumar. You're not going to do yourself any favours by just staying inside and ignoring this.
Suddenly, a man approaches the property.
Hello.
Mr. Kumar?
Yes, sir.
Ah. Thiru Kumar?
No, my name is Pranav.
Okay. My name is Gary Brown, High Court Enforcement Agent. Can I speak to Thiru Kumar, please?
Thiru Kumar?
Yeah. The owner of Royal Food and Wine.
After first answering to the name Mr. Kumar, the man now claims he isn't the debtor. Gary is suspicious.
Have you got ID, please?
Yeah, I got my passport.
Because when you came up the driveway, I said, Mr. Kumar, and you said yes.
No.
Well, I remember you did.
But then Gary makes a discovery.
Oh, look. Royal Food and Wine.
Sorry? Okay, which year? Check the year.
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
Check the year.
Royal Food and Wine.
Check the year first.
So you were the owner of Royal Food and Wine?
Not my name, this is my brother.
Oh, right, yeah. Coincidence that it's in your house, yeah?
My brother.
Yeah, of course it's your brother.
The paperwork is all connected to the debtor business. But the man still claims he isn't the owner of the shop.
This is my ID.
Thank you. Yeah. So, the first 5 letters of your name is Thiru, and the last 5 letters of your surname.
People. I'm not deal with
Kumar.
these people.
You're the person I'm looking for, Thiru Kumar.
No.
Okay.
You say Thiru Kumar. I'm not that person.
Despite his claims, Gary believes that the man is Thiru Kumar, the owner of the debtor business.
Okay. Well, you need to pay the money, so I suggest making some phone calls, otherwise I'm going to start listing goods for removal.
No, otherwise I call my police or whatever. I want.
Okay, you call the police. See what happens. They won't get involved.
With Mr. Kumar showing no sign of paying, Gary sets a deadline.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Thiru. I'll give you till 8 o'clock to pay the money.
We don't have any money.
And then we're taking things. The removal of goods will cost more money. It will add further fees onto the debt. So it's up to you. This is the amount you need to be aware of. £1,682.
That time. 1 week, 2 weeks.
Well, we can't give you time. We're here now. The last time I visited, somebody looked at me through the window and refused to answer the door.
If people are making efforts to get the money, then I will try and give them time. If they don't, then I will remove their goods. That's not an empty threat.
I will look for every bit of leverage I can that I can use to enable me to collect the debt.
The clock is ticking. Mr. Kumar has 15 minutes to try and raise some funds, but he's still not cooperating.
This one says bloody, these people no send letter, any bailiffs people no send letter, no problem. I go to courts, no problem.
Okay, so you're not going to make any phone calls?
With Mr. Kumar not making any effort to raise funds, the agents keep the pressure on and start an inventory of goods that could be seized.
Shall we get the details for the car, mate?
Yeah, all right.
It's not my car.
Whose car is it?
It's not my car. Bloody thing.
Whose is it then?
It's not my car. Right?
Whose is it then?
You want to check that? You call DVL and check the
whose car is it?
Whose car is it?
It's not mine.
Connor knows the value of the 15-year-old Volkswagen won't come close to clearing the £1,600 debt. So he heads upstairs to look for other assets and meets the debtor's wife.
Hey! Excuse me! This is my drill.
But Connor's actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Why you coming? You want to deal with me? Deal with me.
I'm trying to find if there's any assets we can remove.
I tell you, this one, this bloody, this.
Do you want to calm down, mate? Calm down.
That's my one. That's my one. Don't touch.
I'm going through the paperwork.
Don't touch. Call the police.
The family are finally realising that the agents will take action. As the tension rises, it will take all of Gary and Connor's experience to get the £1,600 they came for.
There it is.
Gary Brown and Connor Jackson were in Hayes, Middlesex, to recover a £1,600 debt owed by shopkeeper Thiru Kumar to a wholesaler.
Hello?
Do they come to the window?
At first, the man they met denied he was the debtor.
You're the person I'm looking for, Thiru Kumar.
No.
Okay.
No, you are.
And then refused to pay.
Stuff?
1 week, 2 weeks.
Well, we can't give you time. We're here now.
So Gary set a deadline.
I'll give you till 8 o'clock to pay the money.
We don't have any money.
And then we're taking things.
But when the agents started an inventory, tempers flared.
I tell you, this one, this bloody, this.
Do you want to calm down, mate? Calm down.
My one.
Now, with just 5 minutes to go before the 8 a.m. deadline, the agents want to give Mr. Kumar one last chance to pay.
Thiru, you need to pay this money, otherwise we're removing goods.
But I'm not paying.
Make some phone calls and see if somebody can help you out.
It's always going to be stressful when we're in somebody's home. The pressure that puts on other members of the family is going to cause a lot of stress between a couple.
It's now 8 a.m. and Mr. Kumar still refuses to take any action. The agents now have no option but to start removing any goods of value from the house.
Give us that here, you want to grab the sewing machine? Yeah. Got a lawnmower out here, mate.
Okay.
That's the paperwork, yeah. Write that down.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I called someone. Why you take these things? I don't understand.
Because you haven't paid the money yet.
No, I called someone.
Now Mr. Kumar suddenly seems to want to pay. But as the agents have already begun to remove goods, new fees have been added.
It's now 2,312, is it?
Yeah, £2,312.35.
I can't pay 2,300.
Well, we gave you till 8 o'clock. You didn't do anything, so that's it. It's gone up now, mate.
But instead of paying, Mr. Kumar decides to leave.
No, let's go.
When the pressure's on, people respond in different ways. Sometimes they're aggressive, sometimes they're emotional. There's quite often lots of arguments between couples, but when the pressure's on, then you will see whether somebody can really pay their debt or not.
After further discussion with his wife, Mr. Kumar suddenly has a change of heart. He now offers the agents £1,400, but it's still £900 short of the £2,312 he now owes.
What about the rest of the money?
Let's I give my message 1 second.
Okay.
Please. Still how much sold? 100?
Still to pay £912.35. £2,312 needs to be the total balance.
Not right second. You hold one day, we have pulled out one. Okay? Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm quiet. Sorry.
£912.
So what's
I
left?
can't pay
35
anything.
pence.
I can't pay anything. You do.
Right, bye-bye.
Mr. Kumar has now left his wife to deal with the problem of finding the balance he owes. She immediately gets on the phone to a family friend.
When somebody's willing to leave other family members to deal with us being there, they're not facing up to it. I think it's completely unacceptable to leave other people in that situation.
20 minutes later, the family friend arrives at the house.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, how much have to
£912.35.
pay still?
That is what's left, yeah.
Mrs. Kumar's friend calls her husband.
So he's going to pay the other £912. Okay.
And after a few minutes, he arrives to pay the outstanding balance.
My colleague will write you a receipt, okay? That's it.
All done.
Thank you very much. Hard work.
After nearly 3 hours at the house, the agents have received payment in full.
Sometimes people want to dig their heels in and they want to try and hold out as long as possible. It becomes a battle of wills to see who gives in. But at the end of the day, we had money to collect and we've got a case, a High Court writ to satisfy. It's taken a bit longer than was expected, but we got there in the end.
Collecting debts and repossessing property. Today, they're in Birmingham to carry out an eviction. But this job isn't going to be straightforward.
We're about to repossess part of a car park which has been settled on by, allegedly, 28 travellers' caravans.
The travellers were moved from the same site more than a year ago, but recently the community returned.
Police will be in attendance. We hope we don't need them. It's not going to be an easy ride.
When you go to a traveller's site, you really don't know the reaction you're going to get. It could be volatile, so you have to be very careful.
Because of the scale of the eviction, another team of agents are joining Paul and Steve on the case.
Wonder how many caravans are going to be here.
Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor.
Ah, here we are.
The job needs careful planning before the agents go to the site.
Can we do this briefing so we can get down there?
So they meet in a car park half a mile away.
What we'd prefer to do is just to go in quietly, do a walkabout as we always do. If it all goes wrong, just pull back and we'll wait for reinforcements.
But then a van pulls up.
All right, thank you.
What's going on?
The possibilities are that we're coming to move you down the road. If you want the true answer, yeah.
You're going to try and move us?
Yeah.
How?
Well, normal.
It's a High Court issue, is it?
It is, yeah. Right. It started.
With the community now aware of the eviction, the agents must get to the site as quickly as possible.
That would be it, and the entrance is there on the left, I think, yeah.
Where's the police?
Not here yet.
Everybody could have rallied round together and caused us a huge problem. The more people there are around you, the greater risk of somebody becoming aggressive.
The travellers are camped illegally on a former government vehicle testing site.
What we'll do is just
We'll
wait
just go in
here.
and have a chat with them first and see how we get on from there.
As soon as Paul and Steve enter the site, the van they encountered earlier pulls up.
Morning, sir. What actually is what we're doing now?
What we would like you to do is to get everybody together and move along. We have a High Court writ, which...
If we don't go, what's the options?
They're sending a wrecker truck down and they'll drag you off within the hour.
There's a lot of kids here. You can't take the law into yours alone.
No. We want to do this nicely and together.
Do you want us to walk around and knock on the doors, or you...
No, look, there's dogs down there. You get bitten. I'm only here to tell you it's right from wrong.
All right.
There's a few new babies here.
What we
dogs
need-
will go for this. We'll be sure.
Okay, can you walk
I
around?
will go around and
All
I will
right.
tell them. So we're going to have to leave.
Listen, what's your name? First name.
Mr. Murphy.
Okay.
There's dogs in there. They will bite you and it won't be our
Mr.
fault.
Murphy, we'll wait.
As a precaution, Steve calls the police to check they're nearby.
If they want to drive by, they can drive by and we'll have a chat with them and then can go from there. Should the things take a turn for the worst, we'll call them straight away.
Even though Mr. Murphy has agreed to tell his fellow travellers they must leave, Paul is duty-bound to make sure the whole community is aware of the High Court writ.
Sorry to get you out of bed. It's a High Court eviction notice.
Yeah, so we're going to leave by when?
Midday.
Or Monday, yeah?
No, today.
Okay, we'll be out of here, thank you.
All right, okay.
So far, the travellers seem to be cooperating.
We'd like everybody to be gone by 12.
Just put the time.
But then, the situation suddenly changes.
Watch out, guys. Paul.
Just a minute, I'll have an opportunity to get a good piece of kit out. It's always a youngster who starts making a fuss.
Yeah. Trying to make a name for himself.
Watch out, guys.
If they did their part and kept it
Go on,
clean...
Steve.
Oh, eggs.
People kept shouting and having a pop. You just have to be aware of everybody around you, and as long as your colleague can keep an eye on you and you can keep your eye on them, you know where you are and how safe you are.
Look out for them throwing things on the way past. What was it?
Glass bottle. Watch out, guys.
As the situation becomes more and more violent,
That was a brick.
the agents will have to think on their feet to keep this unpredictable eviction on track. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner were in Birmingham to evict a group of travellers who were camped illegally on a former vehicle testing site.
What we would like you to do is to get everybody together and move along.
Together with agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor, they had 28 caravans to move. It all seemed to be going well.
We'd like everybody to be gone by 12.
Just put the time.
But then, the mood changed.
Watch out, guys.
And the situation turned violent.
What was it?
Glass bottle.
Now, with the agents still under attack from the children, Steve appeals to the man they spoke to earlier.
Mr. Murphy, could you do me a big favour? Ask the boys not to do this.
Here, Johnny.
Because, you know, it's not good. We're trying to do this, you know, as nice as possible. Thank you.
As the situation is volatile, the police arrive.
Hello, sir.
Paul asks them to come onto the site as a precaution.
The kids are starting to get arsey now and throwing stones. The last, yeah. Oh, if you're pulling the yard, it would be helpful. We do at all costs, and I can't stress this enough, at all costs we avoid physical confrontation. If the police are there, they do appear to have a calming effect, and we'll carry on with eviction.
With the police on site, the atmosphere calms down, and some of the caravans begin to leave.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
All right. If there's any trouble, will you come and stand by me?
Of course, we'll follow that up.
They are going peacefully, except for the kids. It's always the kids, isn't it?
Are all the other vans going to go, do you know?
Yeah, but there's not enough tow bars.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I just didn't know if there was going to be any left, that was all.
No, they're going, but you haven't got enough tow bars.
Okay.
We're just going to have to go and come back.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
The travellers are towing their caravans to another site nearby.
If it's another illegal site, then we've got another issue, haven't we? Means we'll have to go and see them again in 3 weeks' time when we get another possession order.
But tensions are still running high.
Oh, leaving all them poor people homeless, that's it.
See you later, guys.
Oh, for God's sake, leave all the poor old people alone around the road.
High postman as well, you high jackass. You smelly boo man.
Finally, the last of the travellers leave.
Let's have a quick look now.
With everyone gone, Stuart and Vic take a look around the site.
Oh, God, that's vile.
And they're in for a shock.
It smells of urine. Friggin' hell. Stinks. All the windows have been smashed.
But this is the problem. This is what they leave behind. One big mess.
It's worse down here. That's where they've been dumping all the rubbish from, like, tarmacking and trees and, you know, all the general rubbish from work. Look at the devastation that they leave behind. It's going to cost thousands and thousands and thousands to put this right.
The eviction is complete.
There's been a bit of uproar, which there always is, because people aren't happy about being moved. They want to live here for the rest of their lives.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're asking people to leave what they consider their home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
With the site cleared, the two teams can go their separate ways.
See you later, guys.
Take care, lads.
it easy.
Safe journey.
At the start of last year, small businesses accounted for over 99% of all private sector enterprises in the UK. But after 5 years, the majority of small and medium-sized companies are no longer in business. Central London. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are on their way to Hatton Garden, a district famous for its jewellery shops.
This is the diamond quarter down there. You can see all the diamonds around here. We're going to a company called Bedazzle in Greville Street.
Yeah.
EC1 in November.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Company Bedazzle owes over £6,000 to a customer who claims she was sold faulty jewellery. But it looks like the business is no longer trading. Dell asks a neighbouring jewellers for any information about the company.
Hello, sir. I wonder if you can help me. The other shop next door to you, was it open at all today? Has it been open?
No, it's closed, like, next shop is closing for almost 3 months.
It's been closed 3 months?
Yeah, more than 3.
Really? Thank you very much.
An enforcement letter has already been sent to another address for the company. Brian calls to confirm the details.
Bedazzle Diamonds, Charles speaking.
Hello, I wonder if you can help me. I'm trying to locate your store. Can you tell me where it is, please?
Yes, of course. It's number 18 Hatton Garden. We're in the Wonder Gallery, more or less in the centre of Hatton Garden.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Bye.
Okay, there's Hatton Garden.
Let's go.
Was it 1-8?
Yeah.
The agents are in luck. The new premises are just around the corner.
Here we go, the Wonder Gallery.
Ah, well, it's not too bad then.
Bedazzle shares the mall with several other jewellers. Now the agents must find company director Charles Abrahams.
Looking for the manager.
Hello. How are you? My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Were you located around the corner before? Yeah, of course I can. Absolutely. This will be interesting. My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. I'm here on behalf of the High Court.
We've got a High Court writ for one of your ex-customers or customer. Okay, she's taken out a High Court writ against you, sir. Well, Bedazzle. And we're here to...
Is the trading name of my company. She misfired it.
That be as it may, sir. This is good enough for me because Bedazzle is a trading name of your company. So this is what we're going to be using. Okay? Now, we're here to... Hear me out. Hear me out. You can have your say in a moment. Now, I'm here to collect £6,410.82. Right, that's what the High Court writ says. Okay?
What are you expecting and what do you need from me today?
Well, what I'm looking for you today is to pay this amount, sir. It's gone to the High Court.
The company doesn't have the
Well, sir,
funds to do that.
well, what do you really want? If that's the case, sir, right? Well, to save any headache, let me tell you that the. I'm going to give you an opportunity.
You're being quite intimidated.
I'm not being intimidated. I just want to get.
I'm just trying to respond, and you're not even giving me the opportunity.
You've asked me a question. Do you want me to answer it?
Okay, go ahead.
You've asked me what will happen if you can't arrange the funds. What will happen, sir? The amount then that will be requested, it'll be £7,411.62, and we will remove goods to cover that amount.
Okay, well, you can't, because this is a different company.
Well,
then we would say...
The problem we've got here...
This is a different company. That doesn't even relate to that. It was formed on the 18th of June.
Okay, well, the writ says Bedazzle,
so as far as
we'll happily continue. We'll continue.
The writs may say Bedazzle, Bedazzle Diamonds Limited.
Okay, well, I'm sure your customers aren't aware of that when they purchase something from you.
Mr. Abrahams claims that the business operating from his new premises is a new company, Bedazzle Diamonds Limited, and that this new company is not liable for the debt.
Can't take any goods.
I'll tell you what, sir. It really is up to you, all right? We do not get involved in any disputes, okay? If you don't want to pay this amount, fine. We will take goods to recover the higher amount, and you can have your day in court with your solicitor. Hear me? Will you listen to me?
Yes,
will you listen to me? Will you listen to me, please? All right? We know our job, right? I don't tell you how to do yours. I don't know about diamonds. I really don't, right? This is my job. I'm telling you what we will do.
Do I have the right to call my solicitor?
You can call whoever you like, sir. Absolutely.
While Mr. Abrahams calls his solicitor, Brian takes a look around the premises. If any of the valuable stock on site belongs to the company trading as Bedazzle, they could be taken away to offset the debt.
When dealing with the jewellers, it's happy days. They don't want their jewellery going. If we chose to take control of any goods or assets, we could fit them in our pocket. It's that simple.
I've got bailiffs in my shop, and the chap's saying that unless I pay him the money, he's going to take goods from my shop. Can I pass him over to you? So, yeah, one second. Should like to talk to him.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
The solicitor reiterates Mr. Abraham's claim that Bedazzle Diamonds Limited is a new company formed after the court action began and therefore not liable for the debt.
So you're saying that there wasn't a company at all called Bedazzle in 2012, is that what we're saying? Yeah. Okay, all right. That's what you're saying, all right? We have a High Court writ here, okay? The debtor is Bedazzle, That's what we have on the paperwork. Bedazzle. Just bedazzle.
Dell is confident that the agents have the right to continue.
Look, I'm not going to have this argument with you. You've asked me a question, I'm answering it. All right? The name of the debtor on my paperwork is Bedazzle. Okay? He's confirmed that they've moved from the address at Greville Street to here. Based on that, today, I will be proceeding with instructions on the High Court writ. If he doesn't want to pay this amount, that's his right not to, but it won't stop me removing goods to cover the amount of the debt. Thank you very much. She seems to think there wasn't a company called Bedazzle prior to the incorporation of this one in 2015. Well, I beg to differ, because round the corner there's a shop that says Bedazzle on it.
Mr. Abrahams decides to tell the agents more about the debt.
It's so unfair. It is so unfair. This lady, she was absolutely your worst nightmare scenario customer. You bent over backwards for her.
What was it about? What was it for?
The customer bought an engagement ring in the wedding band, and she was upset that the diamonds repeatedly fell out. Numerous times we tried to repair this. I'm a good, honest guy.
Absolutely.
And we, at the sideboard, we just said, enough is enough. We can't deal with this anymore.
Can't keep doing it.
So then she put in the counter court judgment against us. We didn't get a chance to respond and have her day in court. She got to keep all the bands, and I got to pay all this money on top of that for something that
Which is why you should have your day in court, sir, because
so are you telling me now that I will have an opportunity to get myself in court?
Yes. I often find myself advising debtors about getting a case set aside. Once you make them aware that the money doesn't go directly to the claimant and they've got 14 days, you've sweetened that pill a little bit, enough for them to pay it, so they can get their solicitor onto the case and get the day in court.
Where do I write the money?
One moment, I'll get it all for you now.
Knowing he can appeal, Mr. Abrahams decides to pay the £6,400.
Thank you very much. Charles, I know it's been difficult for you, but we appreciate your hospitality, yeah? No worries. All right, Charles, good luck. Your day's result. It's done. Paid. No, I think it's just been a thorn in his side, you know, it's just been a pain in the arse for him. He's now got the choice to set it aside, go to court, he's got 14 days to do so. I've got a feeling he's not going to do that.
He's probably going to weigh up how much more it's going to cost him, and he runs the risk that he could lose. It's unfortunate, but he's brought it on himself, he should have dealt with it.
Brian and Dell have got the debt paid. But on Paul and Steve's next case, they find themselves in the crossfire.
I hope your kids get treated like this.
Of a bitter tenant dispute.
You gave him an agreement, you know you did.
The number of households renting in the private sector is set to rise by 1.1 million by 2021. But this increase in the rental market has been met with a surge in evictions, reaching a record high last year. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are in Sunbury-on-Thames, Surrey, to carry out another eviction.
The area is a really, really nice area.
The river's on the right here.
It is.
Yeah.
That big wet thing there, is it?
The landlord claims the tenant, Paul Jones, owes over £4,000 in unpaid rent.
It's just here.
The flat is above a shop owned by the landlord, Palmer Argila. The landlord claims he's been trying to get Mr. Jones out for months. But the agents aren't here to collect the arrears. Their job is to get the tenant out, today. But this eviction isn't going to be straightforward.
Somebody coming to the door at last. Good afternoon. Paul?
Hello there.
Paul?
No, I'm not. I'm Aaron.
Is Paul about?
No, not at the minute, no.
OK. This is for Paul. Can you tell him we're here to repossess the property?
Sorry? He's not here at the minute.
Well, can you ring him and tell him, if you would?
I don't have any credit or anything.
Well, he needs to know that we're actually here to repossess the property.
Okay.
So, do you have a number and I'll call him? Is he local?
I don't know where he is, to be honest.
Do you live here as well?
Partly, yeah. Sort of rent a room.
That's going to end as well.
Yeah, I'll give it that. All right. Let me ask me Mrs.
Sure. Or get her to call him.
It appears that Paul Jones isn't the only person living at the flat.
I'm in a onesie.
Would you like to go and get dressed then? Because you need to put your clothes on.
Is that a play on words? I'm wearing a onesie because it's 1 o'clock.
You sure it's not a quarter to onesie?
Yeah.
Can I come in now and have a chat with you?
But as soon as they go inside, Paul and Steve are in for a surprise.
I'm Paul Jones.
Oh, my landlord's been lying.
I'm sorry, but he's gone to the High Court.
My landlord has been lying. Where's my letter from the High Court?
That gentleman there's got it.
My rent's been paid.
OK.
Mr. Jones claims that he took out the tenancy for the 3-bedroom flat 12 months ago. He let out a room to his friend Aaron, but fell behind with the rent after giving up work due to ill health.
I'm on sickness benefit.
OK,
from a
OK.
heart attack.
OK.
I've just got out of hospital out of 2 heart attacks. Okay, I've come out of ACU. I've got all the letters here.
Did you go to the county court?
Did I?
Yeah.
No, because I was in hospital.
It soon becomes clear that there's a long-running dispute between the tenant and the landlord, Palmer.
I have the lease for the whole property.
OK.
3-bedroom. He has sublet a double room to a Polish couple who have applied their own lock and have their own tenancy with Palmer.
Mr. Jones claims that because his sickness benefits didn't cover the full rent, the landlord sublet the flat 6 months ago to make up the shortfall. He says the rent is now shared between him and the new subtenants.
They paid £500 a month directly to him since May, so there are no arrears.
But the writ doesn't say anything about a separate tenancy agreement.
Have you got a contact number for the Polish people?
No, because he did it. The landlord did it separately.
It's clear that there's more to this case than the agents expected. Paul calls the office for more information.
Hello. Yeah, I've spoken to the clients and they're not aware of any subtenants, tenancies, anything going on, and they'd like, they wish everybody to remove from the property that might be there.
Okay, Jeff,
so,
thanks for that.
All right.
Cheers. Bye. There's an interesting quirk on this, is the landlord is not aware of the tenants upstairs.
What?
Not aware of the tenants upstairs.
He's got
And the eviction order is for the whole property, including them. Sorry.
Sorry, no, I'm not arguing
I'm
with
only
you.
reporting what the officer said.
But he has got a personal thingy with these Polish people because we said about getting them out, and he was like, no.
Despite the dispute with the landlord, Mr. Jones and his flatmates must leave today.
What is going to happen is that we will give you an hour to get your personal effects together.
To go where?
To go to the council.
To go to the council?
Yes.
And how am I going to get there?
I don't know.
I'm agoraphobic. Do you want all my doctor's notes?
All I know.
Can't even leave the property.
All I know is that I have to have this property empty.
He's lied, though.
I have no involvement with that.
Give me 24 hours.
We can't. What we do, you don't have to take everything, you just need enough stuff.
But I've got nowhere to go.
You go straight to the council.
I've got no family. No, my family are dead. I've got no...
You have to go straight to the council. Your name is on here.
I don't know where I'm going to go, Sal.
The eviction is going nowhere. But then the landlord arrives and Paul heads downstairs to hear his side of the story.
There's a background to this, obviously. How long have they been here?
1 year. I think they moved in.
They're behind with the rent.
They're not giving rent on time. They never did. On the deposit, never.
He said he's been in hospital, missed the court case, had a heart attack.
He's been lying a lot of time. Every time I go there, and he used to just tell me stories. I've got heart condition. Don't shout at me. Don't do this. I said all I want is my rent.
All right. It's just that if you're with us now, we can get the lock changed, which is one thing.
yeah.
We can clarify the situation and get them moving a little bit faster.
That's okay.
That's fine. Thank you very much. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, but what's he said? He just said, well, that's...
The landlord's here.
Where?
Here, outside.
Sorry.
Be nice.
Palmer, why have you lied and you said that they've not paid any money?
Well, you're not paying, they're not paying your people, no, you're not paying anything.
I'm paying.
It's your people, so why are you telling me?
It's not my people.
They're your people.
Let's have a look at your tenancy agreement with them then.
What tenancy?
The tenancy agreement you gave to them.
Well, I haven't given nobody.
You haven't?
The landlord denies that he has a separate agreement with the Polish couple and claims that Mr. Jones is still responsible for paying the full rent.
You got the only tenancy agreement?
Yeah. You haven't given them the tenancy agreement at all.
It's your people.
No, it's not my people. Don't lie.
Time is running out for Mr. Jones. But then, one of the Polish flatmates returns.
Camille?
What?
He's saying you've not paid him nothing because you've got no tenancy agreement.
Don't worry about me.
No, but what I'm saying is he's lying though.
I don't care, man.
Please.
What please? What you want?
Just the tenancy that he gave to you. No, why not? You've paid him money there that he is denying you've paid.
Whatever, man. That's not gonna help you anyway.
Please, Camille. I'm begging you.
Just do what you need to do. Don't speak to me.
The more we talk to the tenant and we find out their background and how the stories evolve, and then you can understand their situation, and you do feel sorry for some of them.
Please. Palmer, you've got a family. Please, I beg you. Why can you not even look at me?
The tenants have had nearly an hour extra to pack up and leave, but Mr. Jones is still reluctant to go.
You gave him an agreement. You gave him an agreement. You know you did.
I'm sorry, Paul, we need to be gone.
Yeah, well, I'm not being funny. I want that tenancy agreement. I hope your kids, get treated like this.
Whatever the rights and wrongs of the case, Paul and Steve are duty-bound to enforce the writ, and all the tenants must leave.
OK. Paul, we got to go now.
You have to stand in the rain.
Trying to find a dry bit. There's a dry bit here.
Finally, Mr. Jones and his dog leave.
Take care. I really mean that. You got my number. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah.
He is now homeless.
I actually don't know what to do. I'm actually scared because I've got nowhere to go. I've got no family. Mum and dad, sister are dead. Got no one, nowhere to go. So that's it. On the streets.
Somebody was lying there. Either the landlord wasn't giving us the whole story, or the tenant was lying.
We can only take things on face value, can't we?
Yeah.
Nearly 60% of businesses in the UK have some sort of debt, and the amount owed is on the rise. In the last 5 years, business debt has risen by 25%, and it's forcing many companies to close their doors altogether. (6 p.m). High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in West Sussex.
What have we got now, Del?
You're back to see Mr. Stuart Marler.
They have a High Court writ to recover a debt of more than £3,000 owed by a small website company, Retriever Web Solutions, to one of their customers.
What have we got here? Where is it? What numbers are we at?
I can't see that. 127.
The company is owned by Stuart Marler. Brian and Dell have visited his house on 3 previous occasions, but he's never been in.
Should we go and give him a nice little visit again?
I think that would be very nice, as he's not expecting us.
Knock, knock, your date is here.
Mr. Marler has recently contacted the office, claiming he has no means to pay.
He's fobbed us off a bit, ain't he?
Well, as usual, he doesn't want to pay his debts.
No.
This time, Brian and Dell need to serve him the writ face-to-face and resolve the case once and for all.
Yeah, there you go, lights on.
Lovely.
Waiting for me. Right. Hi, Mr. Marler.
Oh.
How you doing?
Hi.
Mr. Anglin,
Okay.
High Court Enforcement. We've got a High Court writ.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need to see your circumstances so I can put this to bed and see what we're doing with it. Okay?
Right, so what do you want?
I need to come in and see your circumstances.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much. What is this about? I know you...
Basically, it's a website that we agreed to build for the guy. They never gave us any information. And then all of a sudden, he just said, you know, you're not doing it for how we want it. The company was in trouble. We couldn't afford anything. So we rented out the house and went to basically live in Spain. So we've literally just moved back Sunday night.
Okay.
So the company now is being closed down.
Mr. Marler thought the debt would disappear when the company folded, but Dell has some bad news.
If it was just the company, you might have had an argument, but you can see that your name's on there along with the company. So because you've named on it, we have to have a look at what assets you have.
Okay. We've basically got nothing really. So
No. Do you have vehicles or anything?
no.
If people are in debt, it's not a positive thing for people, but it's how people choose to deal with debt. And, you know, you've got to plough through it. Don't bury your head.
Yes.
Mr. Marler claims he has no assets of value, but Dell needs proof.
This is our main bedroom. So we've got no wardrobes or anything. Literally just come back with what we got.
All right. What are you doing for money at the moment?
Well, the Retrieve Web Solutions shut down.
Yeah.
We've had to start up again. Same thing, because that's what we know.
Yeah. Starting up again, aren't you?
We basically couldn't afford to go bankrupt.
There appears to be nothing worth seizing in the house. Then, Dell spots something in the bedroom.
How old's the computer?
About 9 months.
Okay.
Nothing. That's
Okay.
That's about a 4-year-old laptop.
The computers are the only items of any value. But without them, Stuart may struggle to make a success of his new IT business.
How do you work with web design? What would you use to do it?
We do web design by using templates. So we buy in a template for 40, 50 quid.
So how do you do that? What do you use to do all that stuff?
Just a computer.
It's upstairs, the computer. Yeah. It's about 9 months old.
Stuart is facing a crisis. If he can't make a payment today, he could lose what few assets he has. And the clock is ticking. Brian O'Shaughnessy and Dell Anglin were in West Sussex to collect a debt of over £3,000 owed by a small website company to one of their customers. The debtor, Stuart Marler, claimed he had no assets and couldn't pay.
So we've got no wardrobes or anything.
But Dell spotted some computers he could seize to pay the debt.
How old's the computer?
About
9 months.
Now Stuart must try and raise some funds, or he stands to lose his computer equipment and his chance to rebuild his company. Stuart's wife arrives.
Hello. Hello.
So,
You are? Okay. Let me explain what your position is. Unless we come to some arrangement in relation to the outstanding debt here, we will be calling a van to remove goods of value. I don't want to disrupt your business that you're bringing up, but I will take the computer and all computers in the house. I don't want to do that, but you need to understand that I will.
We haven't got nearly £4,000 available.
If you're getting your business up and running again, does it suit you for me to take your computer and remove your goods and we'll be here all night? But that's what I'll do.
Racking up the pressure at certain points when enforcing a High Court writ is imperative. It's to show your intention, and it's to make debtors understand the severity of what's in front of them. We don't take any pleasure in upsetting anybody, but they need to work with us.
Can we come up to an agreement of some type?
No way in our family's got any money.
I mean, if we can come to an agreement to pay something back each month or something like that, we haven't got...
Well, in order for me to even think about that, I would need a significant deposit or a significant payment.
What would you consider a significant payment?
It's got to be at least half. Can you find half of it?
Well, no, we haven't got the money.
Okay, I'll call the vehicle then. Right, let me do that outside, chap.
In so doing, if we do decide to remove, the fee's going to go up because we've got to pay for the removal van, so the new balance will jump up by a significant amount.
You're going to pay £2,000 now this second. You're going to start taking our stuff now.
Yeah. But it's better than finding 4,000, isn't it?
Yeah, but it might as well be 4,000.
You must have somebody that can help you.
We can't.
We haven't.
We haven't. Our family's broke. We haven't got money in our family.
If the couple can't come up with an offer soon, they stand to lose what little they have.
The only thing I can try and ask is, do you think Barrett then just come?
All we could do is ask him.
We're happy to wait while you do so, it's no problem.
Yeah, and he's like 79, 80.
This is entirely up to you who you are.
Yeah. But he won't be able to pay the money now.
Why?
Because he wouldn't have internet banking or phone banking or anything like that.
Debit card? You don't actually speak to him. Let's cross one bridge at a time.
While Stuart speaks to his Uncle Barry, Del wants to find out more from his wife about the couple's move to Spain.
Why did you come back? Was it not working out there, the business?
Yeah, we were homesick.
Oh.
We thought we moved out there because we needed to get things back on track. And we felt that now that we're starting to get things back on track, it would enable us to move back.
They've buried their head in the sand for such a long time that they think that the problems are going to disappear. And when someone like me arrives, they're actually made to face the issues that they've been avoiding for months or years. And in a funny sort of way, it brings them a little bit of relief because they can unburden it all.
Minutes later, Stuart has some news.
Yeah, money.
Well done. We're talking the full amount, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. At least this will be off your back, so you don't need to cry anymore. Your husband's come good.
The gentleman's coming around here now to make payment, and then we'll be on our way. He's a 79-year-old man, so we need to be conscious of him and if there's any issues with him, but he's been really nice by the sounds of it, and he wants to help them out. So, times of need, you know who your friends are.
20 minutes later, Stuart's Uncle Barry arrives.
How you doing?
What's going on?
Thank you for your help, sir. You can't run away from a debt, and it eventually catches up with you. Have you got your card, please, sir? Thank you. There's many, many things that create people's debt or situations, but we're not there to judge. We're there to resolve it in the right way. There you go, all done. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you for your help.
All right.
Bye. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay.
With the debt paid in full, Stuart's new business is safe.
Jaifa, chachu ena deke jao, fish deke jao, fish, chachu fish. Ena sho.
Hey, fish. Ekhane asho fish.
Chachu fish. Easy fish.
এই যে এখানে ফিশ মামা ফিশ চলে যাবে বেরো না বুড়াতে তো চলে গেছে না প্রতিদিন